looks so much better than it did. Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we got some stuff we gotta get going. Have a drift event coming up this weekend. I'm actually taking the S13 and the E36 out to the event. The E36 has been sitting here for a little while. I need to go ahead and do an oil change on it, but other than that, the car is pretty much ready. Like, it drives good, drifts good. I actually ended up picking up a couple doors for this thing at the salvage yard the other day. I do want to throw these on at some point whenever I paint the car because they are orange. They kind of look red in this camera, but they're definitely orange. Got them super cheap. Got a few other E36 parts chilling over here. But first, I've been really busy with cleaning up the shop. We have so much crap on the ground right now. All these tires, all the trash. We just went ahead and pulled the dog box out of the S13 and replaced the starter. It's pretty much ready, except it's not going into gear. So that's definitely something I need to look at probably later today. Ended up also getting another Husky set. Now these are, in my opinion, the best tool set to start out with. You can go on eBay, pick these up for about $145. I'll throw a link down in the description if you want one. They have pretty much all your basic wrenches you'll need. Standard and metric long 3/8, and these are all 1/2 inch here. They have a 1/2 inch ratchet, 3/8 ratchet, 1/2 inch extension, 3/8 extension, and a longer 3/8 extension. And you pull out these handy dandy drawers, and down here you have some Torx bits, and these are all 3/8 size of standard and metric, and you get 2 of each size, so you got a 12 point and a 6 point sockets. And then here you have Allen keys in your 1/4 inch, and these are all 1/4 inch sizes there. And you got some long 1/4 inches. So definitely super nice to have her in the shop. That's what I've been working out of for the past 2 years. If you guys are interested in seeing like kind of the tools I use, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. I ended up bringing this table in here from my house actually. I'm gonna go ahead and put it along here. I'm gonna clean up because we got so much crap scattered. I got some more air lines to run the air hose down so we can actually use pneumatic tools and stuff like that. But today it's just gonna be a video of prepping for the events, cleaning up the shop. Oh, let me show you how I redid this closet. So this is kind of our supplies closet. We kind of keep stuff in. Ended up hanging up these brooms, mops, all that right there. Got another little shelf. I got this at Home Depot. I actually really like this one. It's a lot sturdier and flat compared to this one that kind of caves in a little bit, and stuff just falls over on this one. So I just keep all the oils and the fluids on this, along with, that's Purple Power. Some storage stuff on top. Got the little shop vac. Got some detailing stuff here. Got the Adams polished stuff here with little McGuire's. Got a box of microfiber towels and just some other storage stuff at the bottom. Power washer here, definitely looking good in here. I would like to go ahead and get another one of these and get rid of this thing because it's kind of falling apart. Definitely a step in the right direction. I got some more spacers in for the S13. I went ahead and put a 20 mil on. This is a 15 mil. Oh, those are both 15 mils. But as you can tell, it does, this side's not too bad, but it does hit the bumper a little bit on the inside. And over on this side, it hits pretty good. There's more of a, there you go. There's a bigger chunk of this bumper right here. So I'm hoping those 15 mils will fix this because I definitely want to run these fresh new wheels I have. I think they look a lot better than the old ones that were kind of bent and kind of messed up. You can definitely tell the one on the right is the 20 mil and the one on the left is 15. Hoping that'll provide enough space. This car does have long extended lugs. So what I ended up doing was knocking these old ones out and just putting these lugs on this bolt pattern here. Alrighty, I think I fixed the rubbing issue with the new spacers. Turned the wheel in here. I also trimmed this bumper down a little bit on the inside and readjusted this inner fender. So I think we're good as far as the clearance goes. Now I think I'm gonna start cleaning up the shop. It's absolutely a mess around here. And it just kind of sucks to work in a space that's just so disorganized. I'm gonna get to that. I think Andy's coming over here in a little bit. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do. We might fool around with the E36 just a touch and just continue getting ready. So I went ahead and threw the new taillights on I got in the other day, and man, it looks so much better than it did. All I have to do now on this thing is figure out why it's not going into gear, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and run to Harbor Freight and see if we can pick up a new tool chest. Alrighty, a little update. We got the S13 all situated. So I'm not quite sure what the deal is, but I moved this one shifter linkage forward, it like clicked forward, and then everything was able to shift. So I'm calling it good enough. We just put the drive shaft back in, and now we have to put the exhaust, and then we can start situating some stuff. Oh, this is the toolbox I got from Harbor Freight. I've seen a lot of people kind of use this as far as just keeping a lot of your hand tools in it, and then just rolling it into the trailer. Whenever you're traveling, it's just super easy to transport.
Like the little lights.
It looks good.
I don't know what you call it.
A little reflective or whatever. Yeah. Looks nice. All right, we're gonna take the S13 on a test drive, and it's about 8 o'clock. People are home from work, and we don't have too much noise because this thing's highly legal.
That's scary.
Well, that was definitely a little scary. On the street, this thing's not exactly ideal. It's pretty much ready to roll. A few little things I want to do to it. I want to make sure that it doesn't rub on this side. It's definitely really close in the front. Like, it definitely looks like it's hidden. I'm just kidding. It definitely is rubbing. I want to see if I can get even a smaller spacer. I know O'Reilly's is kind of sketchy, but I know they sell those tiny little thin ones. Maybe I can get one and just slip it over. Since I do have extended lugs, I'm not like running close on threads, so maybe I can do that, but I don't know, I'll swing by a little bit later. But I really like the wheels, how they're looking on this car overall. Just kind of step back here for you. Definitely looking good. Got the fresh red intake on here. I do have one of these little covers, little pre-filter over this. I have one coming in, not sure when it's supposed to be in. I'm hoping it was gonna get in before Saturday. The handbrake, I do wanna bleed it one more time because I do have to pull it quite a distance for it to be able to lock up the back tires, but it's better than nothing for sure. Hopefully I'll be able to use that this weekend. And the tails, dude, the tails definitely make the car look so much better than it did before. It just looks a lot better. I have a jack here just as a chalk. I don't know if you guys know, but this is Andy's S14. The bumper got cracked, so he took the front bumper off, but super clean, kooky. It's kind of rare that you see super clean. It's SR20 powered. I've shown this in a couple other videos too, but it's a definitely cool little car. So now we got to get the E36 ready for this weekend. I am having Matt drive that out to the event. The event's only 45 minutes away, so not too bad. So I'm going to be trailing the S13. He's going to drive the E36, and hopefully we can get some just a whole lot of seat time in this weekend, and hopefully the cars hold up, because I don't really want to make 2 trips trailing them in case the E36 breaks. All we got to do, kind of clean it up, take it around the block. I was gonna change the oil in it. I might just leave it for now. It's fine, you know, not too worried about it. Hoping that it holds up. It'll be the first event on this new clutch that I have, so we'll see how that goes. I'd like to get a little bit of seat time in this thing, just because I love this thing. It's fun. Save them all, you know, right? I still have some of these stickers. It's Save them all stickers. A little dirty right now. If you want one, there's a link in the description if you want one. Got the fronts fitted all nice. Ended up having to cut this bumper and the inner fender just a little bit, so we kind of did a trim. It's not the neatest in the world, but I mean, kind of whole car's not super neat. And this side's a little bit easier, but it does fit now. We are running the 15mm spacers. I tried the O'Reilly's ones, the 5mm junky looking ones. They didn't do so well, so we're just running this. Hopefully it didn't tear itself apart Saturday. We bled the hydro again, so hoping that works well. It locked up, but I had to pull it so far. Took the E36 on a test drive. It is good to go for Saturday. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna drive it. I'll bring another set of tires or 2 for it. It might rain, might not, but we'll see. Alrighty guys, that is gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Make sure to check out the drift event video here in a couple days coming out. Thanks for watching guys. Catch you guys in the next one.